covering every county. This is your statewide newscast, Arkansas Today.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on Arkansas Today. I'm Stephanie Sharp. We begin this afternoon with a Wednesday night car crash leaves a Huntsville student dead and 2 others injured. According to a report, 3 students were driving on Highway 45 when the driver turned in front of another car. 1 teen was pronounced dead at the scene. The other 2 students were taken to a local hospital. The principal of Huntsville High School says staff members are on standby if students need to come by and talk. A 1-cent sales tax was up for discussion last night in Van Buren County. Leaders say it could generate more than $2 million a year. Van Buren County Judge Dale James says this tax extension would help cover critical county operations like the local library that's in jeopardy.
The library was purchased, the building was built on a loan. The response has been mixed. We definitely have some library supporters. We have some who believe that the library was overbuilt and it shouldn't be funded.
If passed, this tax would carry the county for 30 more years unless amended. For the first time ever, the FDA has approved a vaccine for Ebola. Ebola cases in the U.S. are rare, typically involving healthcare workers treating the infected or infected people traveling into the country. 2,000 people have died from this strain in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. President Trump has been impeached, but will he ever be tried? That's the question. For now, that's up in the air, with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi holding the cards to meet with this trial and when it might begin. Tracy Potts is following the developments from Capitol Hill.
Lawmakers are leaving Capitol Hill today with President Trump's impeachment trial in limbo.
As of today, however, we remain at an impasse.
No agreement between Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Minority Leader Chuck Schumer on when that trial might begin.
We'd like to see a fair process.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she's withholding articles of impeachment to ensure the trial includes current and former White House officials, witnesses Democrats want.
She's going to force the negotiation between Schumer and McConnell on her terms.
The president suggests Democrats are embarrassed.
They're ridiculous, phony, fraudulent articles. They don't want to put them in because they're ashamed of them.
Welcome to all Democratic presidential candidates weighing in at last night's debate.
What we have to do is we have to stop being obsessed over impeachment.
We need to restore the integrity of the presidency.
No matter what happens in the Senate, it is up to us in 2020.
Even with the trial uncertain, some senators have already made up their minds.
I will vote to convict him.
I want this president to be acquitted.
Republicans have the votes to do it whenever that trial gets underway. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
Farmington is getting statewide recognition for being a trendsetter city. The city was recognized for its improvements to public safety and to wellness and fitness. The police force has grown by 6 officers, and now the city has 25 volunteer firemen on the force. Farmington has also spent $2 million to expand Creekside Park and add a new football stadium with an indoor training facility.
But we want our city to be safe. We want our people who live in Farmington to feel safe, and besides the fact that we've got to cover our school, our growing school district, and so, you know, those 2 areas was our commitment that their city council said, hey, we're going to fund it, we're going to improve it, and make it happen.
And as you heard there, they say these improvements are to make people feel safe. Students are using a special balloon to get ready for their standardized tests. Take a look at this. 6th graders at Oakdale Middle School getting hands-on experience with studying climate change by releasing a weather balloon Thursday morning. Students were able to collect their own data and get better understanding of the climate. A science teacher says they will now be able to analyze and study that data to prep for upcoming standardized testing.
We're going to use our own information to create our own questions, and I thought that would be beneficial to them to actually use their data that they collected rather than just from a book or a website.
He says not only was this educational, but it was informational too, a fun experiment to enjoy before the holidays. The Boone County War Memorial was built back in the 80s, but now the War Memorial Association added more bricks and will expand the monument to represent the military branches. Boone County War Memorial features hundreds of names of local heroes who died in service, each brick featuring a soldier who was honorably discharged. But new bricks now add to the memorial. The Boone County War Memorial Association is working to make its monument larger and easier to visit.
This here was grass, and it was a little bit muddy at times. The fact that it's all brick now makes it a lot easier, and the different color of the brick really stands out.
The Boone County War Memorial Association hopes to have the new additions completed by Memorial Day. Tokyo Olympic organizers say they are spending $12 billion on next year's games. Japan's National Audit Board expects it to cost more than that. A recent audit added nearly $10 billion in Olympic expenses, in addition to $7 billion from the city of Tokyo. More than $5 billion are being spent on the Olympics is for operating budget, the non-public money. And you can watch all of the action and the Olympic coverage right here on NBC. It's going to be a good one.